If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that a big part of what I do is I try to be personal. Okay, I want to come across as a real guy. I mean, obviously, you're seeing me, you're thinking what you're thinking, you're doing what you're doing. Maybe I just kind of like popped up on your YouTube or who knows what, right? But I kind of like I want to share personal things with you. So it's kind of like how I lead my nursing practice, is that I'll go into someone's house or I'll visit them in the hospital, and I have a choice. I can be a professional nurse, focus on your wound, take your blood pressure, I can discuss your diagnosis, we can make a care plan together. I could do all that, but how am I going about it? Am I coming across as a real person, or am I doing it in a mechanized way? And I've had to make that decision. First of all, I had to recognize that I had this choice, and secondly, I had to really make that decision that I want to go down the path to be a more personal nurse. Okay, so that's just as an intro. This one time I go into a house, and I have a history of working in the hospital and working in home care. Okay, home care is the ultimate in personal, because you're going into their house. Okay, you're going into someone else's home. I'm a guest in your home, right? So I walk into this house and I see this lady. Let's call her Mrs. Jones. Okay, and I change every name and I change all the details and all that stuff. I don't want to get sued by the patient privacy Gestapo. Okay. I'm thinking about maybe cutting that out of this video. We'll decide that later. Anyhow, I go into the house, and this lady, she's like in her 80s, and she's got these problems. She's got she had a heart attack, she has a wound or whatever, right? So she's got the thing that I'm there to focus on and to help her with. But she's miserable. She's miserable. Not only is she miserable, but she's angry. She's just angry. She's pissed off, right? At anyone. And I try to be nice, right? And she's just like short answers. I'm sick of this. You guys are coming in all the time. Yeah, I was in the hospital now, And then she says to me the key words, all that I want, my neck is hurting. All that I want is a back rub. And no one gives back rubs now. And what do I say? I'll give you a back rub. She says, good. So she sits down at the table, puts her head down on her hands, and I go and I start to, give her a back rub, right? And it's like tough as a rock, right? So you know how it is when someone gives you like a massage or a back rub, there's kind of like this guilt of like, number one, I'm gonna probably have to like give that person a back rub back because this is so awesome, right? But that's how I experience it anyway. So I'm giving her this shoulder rub, and she starts to, like, it's tough, but she's kind of like starting to relax, and I start to talk to her. I say, when I was in nursing school, they told me that once upon a time it was standard practice for nurses to give back rubs. And I remember thinking at the time, well, thank God that doesn't go on, because, thank God that's obsolete, because I'm not getting into this to be a masseuse, right? I want to be like, technical, and I want to like learn about the body and like diagnosis and medicines and IVs and fancy stuff, right? And I remember my teacher telling us that if you ever give someone a back rub, if you ever give your patient a back rub, you will have a friend for life. And I'll tell you that when I told her this, I just felt everything just kind of melted and relaxed. And I learned something so powerful, okay? And you'll hear me say this again and again. Number one, it's easy to be nice. Most things that we do, you got to get out of your box a little bit. Like, I didn't want to give her a back rub, but she's told me that that's what she needs. And that is what she needed. So I gave her a back rub. Do you know how long I was doing that? Like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And gosh, I know that I helped her. I helped her. She was miserable. But you know what? It wasn't like immediate benefits from that. She wasn't, not like she like turned around and she said, hey, thanks, pal. No, she was still miserable. But I know that I went beyond what I was expected to do. I did what she needed. And I realized that that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's what nurses are supposed to do. Our job is to make someone's life a little bit better. Right? Come on. It's gotten so technical. We're practitioners. We've got all of our stuff that we got our vital sign stuff. We've got our stethoscopes. So you're looking at all these things. You're looking at the wounds. But did you forget about the person? So I wanted to share that with you. Just remember, if you're a nurse, sometimes it's like a little attitude shift. And maybe going a little bit out of your box and just doing something which really isn't difficult. A few minutes might change someone's day. If you're a patient, gosh, we're trying, okay? And part of my message is that I get it. Like I get it. It's things have changed in healthcare. It's tough now. I don't know how one person can actually like change the whole world, but gosh, I wish that I could. So hang in there. We're going to get through this together. We know why healthcare exists. Healthcare exists to help someone else. That's the only reason why it was started, right? And it's blown up. I mean, you've got like $1 million machines, you've got $1 billion companies, you've got like business models, you've got insurances and determining and people and the office towers and all these rules and stuff. But let's just cut through the crap. Let's just remember why we're doing what we're doing. And you need to have yourself a great day. I'll see you in the next video.